Well, hello everyone, welcome to Analyzing. Hi the like and hi the stamp. Hi and welcome. I ate. I did in fact eat. I did. After last stream, I went out to the shops. I bought myself some foods and such, and I did in fact eat. Cooked, ate, served. Put that on a t-shirt, exactly. And oh, hold on, I almost. How silly of me. How silly. Give me a second. Because there are actually some things I didn't bring. Shit. Shit. Okay. I'm back. I just realized I didn't have my lab coat on, and then I realized that I still left all of the parts on all of the parts that we're gonna be assembling on my table and not on my kitchen counter where I am currently. I'm currently working on my kitchen counter because fuck OSHA. Hi the Bayonet again! And hi Weston as well, hi. Cheers and hi to everyone. Remember to like the stream. Oh, thank you, Weston, for reminding me. There we go. Okay, so this, the Make It mask 4.0, we're gonna move to the side for now. We're not gonna start with that. Jeez, I really need to clean up my workstation because there's a lot of projects going on at the same time. That's because first, this is for the mask as well. Shit, I really need to like organize this better. Whenever I try to organize, I just end up working on other stuff. This will also be important later. This will also be important later. A lot of things will be important later. Because for now, I wanted to start the stream a bit differently, you know? Well, not too differently, like, you know, temper your expectations. What I wanted to start with is assembling the thing. Okay. Let me just first start recording because I'm going to use this in a video. And so here's the thing. I mean, if I'm going to use this in a video, then might as well... Actually, if I'm going to use this in a video, I probably shouldn't be recording on stream. First of all, a couple of things there. There's a couple of things. First of all, the GIF for letting people know that the stream isn't waiting. Second of all, the day is just off to the side for some reason. It was off to the side because back from when we were dealing with Raspberry Pi, geez. Feels like a week ago and it was just, what, 2 days ago. I may not be able to watch the whole stream. I've had a long day. It's fine, Bionerd. I'll try to keep everything interesting on the very beginning. Don't worry. I'll leave just the boring stuff for later. There we go. For now, I need to start recording. That's because... Don't go anywhere. There we go. We're going to work on that. And first things first, we need some kind of surface to plop this on. Some kind of surface that will... hold it up. That's idiotic. Oh, that's less idiotic. Yeah. My box of LEDs should work just fine. Also, let me just brighten this up a bit. It's a bit dark. There we go, much better. Going to read down with Rabbit Hole's research. For me, it's been pre-release Little Big Planet and chemistry lately. Very specific kind of chemistry as well, Lycan. As I mentioned, don't think we haven't noticed. You are going down the very, very specific and potentially very illegal kind of rabbit hole in chemistry. So, do take caution. Okay, you ready? I designed everything. I don't remember if I designed it on stream or off stream at this point. I designed it, that's the point, the important part. And so what we're going to do is we're going to assemble it all, see if it fits, see how it works. And hopefully, hold on, my dingus is important. We need to keep that. And first, actually, first we need to start by disassembling these. Yeah, that's what we'll have to start with. Ideally, by getting some additional M2 screws in there. Okay. That's where I keep my M2. Fuck, oh, there we go. That's where I keep my M2 screwdriving dingus, so. Okay. You ready? Let's do it then. It's kind of still a fair bit of copper sulfate there, but well, you deal with it. How are all of your days going, by the way? They're trying me in steroids, mostly the funny general ones and cannabinoids. Yes, wild. Okay. Let's push this out. Splendid. That's because we're upgrading to actually a different kind of gear, which means these ones will not be necessary. I really will need to clean up sometime where I live. I'm stuck in the woods with my family. I'll assume you mean vacation and not, I don't know, a tragic plane accident. I can imagine that stump, like a tragic movie-style airplane accident, and then, you know, you're stuck in the forest, you have a little data on your phone's about to die, and instead of calling for help, you tune into my live stream. I appreciate that. Anyway, we've got 3 gears. The difference between these gears is that they are thinner than the previous ones, which will be important because of how it's going to be structured. I just realized that this might actually be ever so slightly problematic due to the M2 screws on the side, but oh well. We'll cross that bridge eventually. Okay. Illegal chemistry may not be related to my disabilities. My parents lived in a former lab, so to speak, when I was stuck at the fetus stage. Holy shit, that is an insane story. What? Really? Shit. I'm sorry, BioNerd. That's bits. I'm a bit speechless. I don't know how to respond. I feel terrible for just like casually carrying on what I'm doing. That's a habit I have, by the way. I'm not like ignorant to what everyone tells me. It's just that I have that thing where if I'm only focusing on the conversation, I feel like I'm gonna die, and I need to do other things in the background, or else I can't be an active listener. Okay, so that's the first one. I didn't mean to derail you. Oh no, don't worry, you haven't derailed me. I'm underailable. Here goes another bearing. Perfect. Might as well. Might as well fit in the third one. Oh, film's right here. Shit! Don't. I'm sorry, I took something for the live stream, you know? It's caffeine, nothing crazy. I actually haven't drunk any. Well, haven't drunk any since the last live stream. Last live stream was like, what, 7 hours ago? Come on. Pop it. Come on, pop it. Piss off, pop in. Pop in. There we go. Splendid. Oh, this one is way better. How is this one so much better? This one's stuck. Oh well, it doesn't matter in the end. It just means that this one will need to move more to the back. This won't be the most front. This won't be middle, this won't be back. Okay. Unless after we screw it on, it changes, in which case, well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Is the Master Cube printout gonna be a computer casing? Not quite. It's going to just have a whole bunch of electronics. It's to help him take over the world. Stamp, don't know. Stamp, that was supposed to be a secret. It's gonna have just a whole bunch of electronics, and the Raspberry Pi Zero there is just our main computing unit so far. Now, on this stream as well, after I'm done testing the engine, I am gonna try to add an 8-segmented display, and this, which is effectively a microphone. I'm gonna try adding them to the mask, which won't be the easiest thing ever, but it shouldn't be impossible. That's the whole point. This is gonna be challenging because I'll need to figure out inputs outputs on a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is not quite as easy as it sounds. Screwing this in actually will be a challenge. Oh, but it snaps in the bearing really nicely. No, it still spins easily. Oh, that is great! It holds the bearing in place because it like crushes it. Okay, now it's much more difficult to spin it, but although not impossible, so I'll take it. Oh, it's because I was screwed in at an angle. Shit. Come on. Okay. There we go. We've got 2 gears so far. Now it's time for the third one. There we go. I just realized that the screws going further back. Actually, we might need to change them up for something a bit shorter, because I completely forgot that they're also gonna be at the back. This might screw up the design a bit. Or will it? It might also not. It's to the front. It might screw up the design. Well, I'm just gonna screw it on lightly for now and leave it at that. I don't think I was seeing for a bit. My neighbors decided to start fireworks. Wait, what? Why? It's... That's not even 4th of July! What the fuck? Okay. So those are the gears. Here we have them. Splendid. Next, it's time for the floor attachment. It'll be like this. Sick. For which we'll need a whole bunch of M3s actually, which are my screws of choice. Even in the 4, it's 5th of July! Americans! I mean, come on. Okay. Bandits. They seem to be different lengths, which worries me. What if I make it your acting surprise? I mean, celebrating 4th of July on 5th of July is a bit much, you know? Other warm-ups, I don't think there are. I've never seen one. There we go. If I was also on the that. Shit, why is this filled in? What? Fucking hell! One of the connectors is filled in, which means I won't be able to screw it in. I'll need to reprint that. Shit. Well, thank goodness we're doing just a test run, so it shouldn't matter. Well, no, it will still matter, but it won't matter too much because it's just a test run. This one I won't be able to screw in. That's because the holes for screwing it in are just filled in. Fortunately, the tolerance is pretty small, so should be able to just snap it in, right? Okay, not bad. Not the second one. Fucking get in there. Alright, first note of the design. Bigger tolerance. I'm getting my axe. Where's my axe? I know I have it lying around here somewhere. Where's my axe? I'm not joking. Fuck, you got lucky. You got lucky I don't have my axe around. I don't want to snap it at the same time. I don't need to reprint it right away. We can just make the whole thing thinner. I think about that. We would need to offset that soon. Whatever. That's a solvable problem. The problem is we do need it to be in the exact spot. If it's not in the exact spot, then if it's not one thing, it's another. Come on, get in with the firewalk. No, unfortunately. Oh, perfect. Snapped in perfectly. What about the other side? Come on. Okay, good. We can't screw it on because, well, you know, the thing didn't print properly. Firework, no! American! Okay, now what we do is we snap on the first gear, like this. That's curious. It isn't close enough. Huh. Out of all the problems with this design, this is not the one I was expecting. If we snap it on all the way, it still is interfering with... Oh no, okay. Yeah, the screws jutting out the other side, they are causing the problem. Ah, okay. Fortunately, this is not a model problem, this is a screw problem. So what we need to do is we need to... Well, the fun never ends, does it? The fun absolutely never ends. What about fireworks? Some of them sound like gunshots. That is exclusively an American problem. Friend and I were discussion making use of a certain sized array in Java and realized it would look like this. Int array. Wait, what? Array. Sorry. So like, that's not even a 9-dimensional array. That's more like 9-factor tensor, I do believe. It would be like, I don't know what the proper word for a tensor is. Right, because it would be number of numbers. Okay. We need a shorter M2. I'm glad that I'm both getting all the cons of having a mess, which means a messy environment, and all the cons of having things tidy, which means needing to, you know, pick up everything from a certain place. This is good. Okay, let's just go with this. This should be a 6, which should give us, that's an 8. Yeah, makes sense. 8 might be ever so slightly bit much. Let's try it. Hi there, Oreo. We're making a bomb. Unfortunately not. We're making a driving module for a robot I'm building. Okay. Tensor is a free or high dimensional array. No, Weston, because like an array with 7 numbers is already 7 dimensional. Like, from a mathematical point of view, if you have a 7 dimensional vector, that's just a vector with 7 numbers. So that it would be just an array with 7 numbers. Unless the word for it for tensors is also dimensions, which would be really confusing. That's because if you have a, like, you can have a matrix that's 3 by 3 and a vector that's 3 numbers, right? And so a vector would have 3 dimensions, but it would have only a single tensor dimension. I don't know what to call it. I just realized I screwed it on without screwing on the the thing. You got me distracted. Okay. There we go. Simple as it could be. Hopefully these will be short enough. Because if they won't be, then I don't have a 7mm screw. Which would be needed. Actually no, but oh, this might be a perfect offset. Because the other side pushes it forward by a millimeter. And there should be 2mm of the thing sticking out. This should be the perfect offset. Screwing it on would actually be a genuine challenge. But I am incredible. Is dimension seen from point of view of vector or something like line? In other words, you can add in those directions, keep this name the same. What? From point of view of a vector. So I have no idea what you mean, class. Okay, there we go. Oh, fuck. I mean, shucks. Fuck. Come on. It's really tight one. There we go. Done it. Oh, perfect. Now if we snap it on again. It's still ever so slightly problematic. which might be, yeah, we need to, it's still getting ever slightly stuck. So we should probably have the bottom cylinder be slightly larger. And the bottom cylinder ever slightly larger, which means we need to push the forward cylinder slightly more further as well. Right here, the tolerances should be much easier, and they are. How convenient. Wow. Because in this case, we actually do have place for screws. Maybe I'm getting a present from my new network to learn in, and I'm looking for goofy algorithm ideas. Good to find your idea. What do you mean, what is a prisoner's dilemma environment? I'm not quite in the weeds of that. Yeah, vector XYZ, so we can make E XYZ and it will still be a vector, but you could add a dimension and make it something like ABC next line of XYZ. Yes, class. However, then you're not really adding a dimension, because process of adding the E is already how you're adding a dimension. Which means that an XYZ vector is a 3-dimensional vector. An EXYZ vector is a 4-dimensional vector. So an ABC XYZ matrix would be 2 by 3 dimensions. And what I was asking is if there is a term for the tensor equivalent of a dimension. Weston, I know what the prisoner's dilemma is. I'm just don't understand what the prisoner dilemma for a neural network is. I know the vector, but I don't think so. What's the pickle? We don't know. That's my point. Okay, there we go. Printed in a very shite way, I do have to say. Really shitty. Shoddy craftsmanship, if anything. Okay, now we should be able to just snap this one on, like so. And then if we spin the first one, the last one rotates very slow. Oh, this works really good, actually. Holy shit. And then the last one to keep it in place. The tolerances on the last one are struggling as well. Okay. Doesn't matter. The point is, if we rotate the first one, this third one rotates very slowly. And all we need to do is just effectively make this one a bit longer, fix up the connector on the base plate. What else? Oh yeah, make a longer adapter for the motor itself. It's not bad. It really ain't too bad. I'm giving it a solid 4 out of 10. Okay. Which means we need to... Where is it? Right, first you. This one, yeah. Perfect. Simulated thousands of games and the neural tries to learn the best strategy. Okay, let me specify the question once more. What's the difference between a prisoner's dilemma environment for a neural network versus a normal environment for a neural network? Binomial coefficient. That sounds more like the name, yeah. Hold on. Right, sidebox floor, and then this is sidebox floor 1.01 in this case, because we have one minor fix, and then we have what else? This one had to be pushed like half a millimeter, well, a millimeter forward would probably, just to be safe. Which means ideally, would we also like to push this one a millimeter forward? We'd have to. Shit! Unless we make the gears 4 millimeters, Ah, shit. This actually screws up things pretty significantly because then we need to, well, not too significantly, but there is a lot of things we will need to fix for this. Do you design your free prints in Blender? No. No. I do it in SolidWorks, as you can tell. So right here, let's... 1 millimeter forward, so 11. Now this is gonna be completely screwed up. Well, it wouldn't give me any errors, but it will be completely screwed up because... Right, this one. Right here we need this one to be 1 millimeter more forward, which means 8.5. There we go. Perfect. And then and then these two overlap, which means we need to make it, I think, thinner, if anything, because it shouldn't be too difficult to make it thinner. I mean, I do believe we should just make it thinner, like to a 4. Right. Then this one. Oh, this is 4.7. No, that won't do, mate. That should be a 4. Okay. Right, now if we get back, it's gonna be all messed up because it went the wrong way. Correct? Well, I'll be. Take it back. Actually might be pretty good. Why isn't this in the middle? I don't know. Am I even gonna attempt to fix that? Because right here, I have one idea why it could happen, but that doesn't make much sense. Because this circle has a middle right there. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. You could add a display. You could just bring it down for a night, show something like an overlay. I would, but that's really expensive. I might still do it eventually, but it would cost me a lot of money, which I don't really have at the moment. Hence why we're starting with simple stuff. Okay, the point is, this one is better now. Sidebox row 1.1.0. Then both of these we need to reprint again. Didn't we want more tolerance for this one actually? Oh, you're printing from the surface. Annoying. It's really annoying that, well, I mean, actually, so, no, wait, that's, oh shit. You print it from the surface, obviously you do. Which means we need to make this 0.5 millimeter shorter and both these 0.5 millimeter longer. Not too bad, okay. Or like 5.75. No, wait, it was already 5. So 4.75. Okay. And then up these by 75. I mean 25, so 75 right here. Okay. And then right here, this one. Oh wait, this one's already, yeah, because this extrudes both, correct? Yeah, okay. So that's already good. Now file export as 0.1.0. Okay. Now, did we want the... Oh wait, the last one we just did. Right. Ah, damn it, it's gonna be so much printing again. Okay, let's try it. I'm glad I'm starting with this to do a lot of printing. Well, to be fair, I also have a lot of printing to do for the mat. Ah, whatever. This is it for now. Then this one as well. Okay, this is the new one. There we go. I think we can set it up right here. Do we need the third one to print as well? Did we do any changes to the third one? Yeah, we pushed it forward. Shit! So I basically need to reprint everything. I don't think I'll be able to fit it in there, will I? I can! Sweet! Okay. So now we can just slice it, we can just print it. What we could also do is we could just fit in a hex, like hex holes on the other side of the... Ah, whatever, who cares? I guess print. Floating camera, please reorient the object. What? Which one? This? It's floating what? What does that even mean? What's the problem? Maybe collisions during printing? Ow! No collisions, it's fine. Floating can I don't even know what this means. Wouldn't there be a normal video? Well, you don't like my practical projects. I see. Okay. Where's the floating problem? Oh, this! Right. Yeah, that is a problem. I agree. Okay. I agree, that is a problem. Okay, you delete. You agree that is a problem. Why is that a problem? Why is that a... They are both the same size. Should they're just 475? They should be both the same size. What is your problem? That is... Oh, that's a 5 up. Oh shit. That's 470. Right. Okay, that checks out. Yeah, okay. Fine. Thank goodness I checked. I think the acid proof card was a great project. Thank you, Stump. You know, I got a lot of hate for that project, which I don't understand why. You know, biology people kill off rats all the time. No one cares. You kill one cat and society loses mind, I swear. Okay. Let me just... 90. Okay. We're done with this boring part of the live stream. Now let's move on to the second boring part of the live stream. Wait, do cats dissolve in acid? I can tell you with some experience they do. Okay, so we're done with that. Now it's time to move on to the part number 2, which is not the mask. Well, yes, the mask, but not the mask. I'm gonna put it right here for now because we do need to remodel it later on. I'm not gonna do only modeling so far, even though I still have some modeling to do. I don't wanna... yeah, let's do some variety. And so this is what I'm gonna call variety. Right here we have our beautiful Raspberry Pi Zero. Okay. Okay. So we have a Raspberry. Now let me hide the screws. How unprofessional to just leave the screws hanging. You know, I don't like working in a dirty environment. So this is unacceptable. Are these the same size? They appear to be the same size, different style. Oh my goodness, they are. M to 10. We have two different kinds of heads. Thank goodness I checked. What's this? Why is there a... Oh, because the makin... Oh, that will be useful for the final assembly. Okay. There we have it. Now, we need to... That's gonna be annoying. Okay, so first allow me to explain to you the reason why it would be annoying. And for that, we'll first need to power the bad boy up. Splendid. Pun entertainment is not entertaining. Okay. I'm just give it a second to cook, to start up, truly get into action, kick into high gear. Okay. Now, what we're gonna start with is an LED. Then we're gonna move into the... Actually, we already did the LED. LED is useful for testing which pins work. Then... Don't mind the noise in the background, by the way, I don't know if you can hear it. That's my 3D printer warming up. 7-segmented display, I think, is a fine way to test the output, which we still haven't cracked how to do, by the way. That's gonna be great. And then the microphone, that's for later, because first, before we do the microphone, actually, we're gonna also do a button. Button to generally test input, LED to generally test output, 7-segment display to test out more complex output, and this to test out more complex input. That's the basic idea. Listen, Jesse, go. I agree. Okay, I think it already started, so let me just... First of all, let me move this out of the way. I still have this on my desk. Feels like a bit much. Let me just... Where the fuck am I going? I am running out of space. Okay, that's good for now. So... Splendid! Time to kick into action. First of all, let's see, is it even powered? That's not what I like to see. These two pins, in between these two pins there should be power. And yet the LED appears to be... Shit. If I do this, will there be power? It could be a bent LED. Fingers crossed. Fuck. Okay, that's generally pretty bad. Now the question, the age-old question, is it my screwed up solder? It is, okay. It's screwed up solder on the ground pin, which means I need to heat up my soldering iron and resolder it. In the meantime, make the, I suppose, I don't know, testing of actually. Okay. For now, just For now, I'm just gonna leave it there. Who remembers the fucking that? Doesn't matter. Okay, soldering iron heated up. Now it's time to do the thing and hopefully not fuck it up. I mean it very hopefully. Okay, that's soldered on. That should be soldered on as well. This one also looks kind of flimsy. Okay. All the other ones look pretty solid except for this one. This one at the end looks pretty rough. Alright. So that was just a quick resolder. Hopefully it's gonna be good now. Would you look at that? It was simple as. Now that we have this, we can CD up, CD up, CD mask, build no. Alright, because we switched to the other pin, didn't we? It'd be blinking. Splendid. Cool, so now let's also test out pin 14. Make it the type of guy to be on Hermitcraft. I wish, can you imagine? Or at least the live series. I could pull it off on the live series, come on. Green, where are you when I need you? Please, I beg you. I keep sending messages. Was edit anyway? Yeah, we just need to delete the swap, don't we? Fine, I'm willing to delete the swap. And then what we do is we just remove this. Alright. Oh, the swap is gone. Cool. Okay. Oh wait, no, because it was in like PowerShell. Wait, no, shell. I tried to combine PowerShell and I could totally. Oh, wiring. Oh yeah, right, because we were changing it. Right. I remember. I remember now. I remember. We remove this. We remove this. Both pins work! How splendid is that? That's great news because we will need them. Now, right here we have ground VCC input clock. So, ground VCC input clock. I'm gonna turn it around because so that you can see, you're welcome. And we can have oh, stamp, that's a deep cut. Yeah, stamp, that is deep cut. Thank you, Happy. Thank you, Happy. Yeah. Forgetting about Harry stamp, that's unlike you. Okay. First. First connection. Second connection. That will be our power and ground. If we plug it in, does it light? Oh shit, I plugged it into the wrong place. Fucking hell. These cables are sometimes so annoying to deal with. There we go. Now we're plugged in. It should be getting power. Although, there isn't really a way for me to test that. Well, actually, wait, what am I talking about? Absolutely there is. It is getting power. Splendid. Round. Okay, then we have the input. And then we have the clock. Right. How are we gonna deal with that? That's a good question. Technically, it should just be connect the pins together. That's technically. The reason why I say technically is because how are we gonna output on those pins? Would be nice to know, wouldn't it? Okay, there we go. That is true. For scientists, Make It Cameo is free. Stump is correct. Right, whatever, close enough. Or at least I think. One would think at least. One is definitely plugged in though. This one I'd like to take out, straighten out, and then deal with. Here we go. This should be a proper connection. Now, plugged in. There we go. We have an 8-segmented display. It should be more plugged in now. Fuck. I'm more about the scripted random topic kind of guy. What's the sub requirement? There isn't a sub requirement. Don't tell you. Scientists get a freebie. Corporations, I would say, depends on who you are, but I would say around $500. I'm a busy man. YouTubers who aren't scientists, however, are genuinely doing something that I find really, really impressive, once again free. Okay, how are we gonna deal with the 8-segmented display? Good question. Is it I2C or is it SPI? What if it's a one-off science video? Well, it depends on... It's kind of irrelevant entertainment. It has to be like either really high quality or it has to be part of something that's really cool and so on. So for example, if... let me think. For example, if Mixtella, okay, asked me to be in their video, then I would do it, not because of their sub count, only because of how cool the things they make are. On the other hand, if... Oh, what's a YouTuber that does like really high quality videos? Let me think. I don't know, oversimplified. Well, completely opposite side of the spectrum. Oversimplified. If they were making a video and I was gonna be in a cameo, I would also accept that, because those videos are really high quality. That's the whole thing. That's also not the website I was looking for. Connection to on board. It's not quite what I want now, is it? Yes, I'm gonna display. Let's do Raspberry Pi Pico because Pico will tell us how to control it. Yeah. What if penguins will ask you to make a video of them? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know a reason. Oh, this like an that's one of the dumbest things I've seen. What is the purpose of that? Not what I meant. What I meant is not a module. I mean like how to connect it. That is such a waste of pins. There we go. This is what I meant. What kind of standards are you using? Right. Oh, is it like specific? So what now? Yeah, clock ample. If no, yeah, right. You do initialize a pin. Right. Oh, I like that. I do like that a lot. Let me have fake drama to get Pyrocynical to make a video about us. Yeah, right. I am the drama YouTuber. You know, that's something I would do. I would certainly do it for the clicks, you know. I am famous. I am absolutely famous for doing things for the clicks, you know. Look at my thumbnails and titles, okay? What's the difference between programming languages? Is the best performing recent video. And its name is What's the difference between programming in all lower caps. This one is called Acid, Laser and the Mask. Alright? Listen, I am not the kind of YouTuber who goes after clicks. I consider going after clicks to be just odd. It feels empty to me. Okay, I really like this code. I do, because it's very, very descriptive. And I like that a lot. Instead of going with a library, they go and make their own thing, which I respect deeply. Surgery, 7 segmented. List, pseudo vim, main C. Right. Now, in this case... Oh yeah, because this is the last line. I hate that sound, so I'm just gonna add a bunch of new ones. Have you tried the free? It's been pretty great for me. I have, but as I mentioned, I don't care about clicks, okay? Clickbait is not my thing. It feels empty. I prefer people to be pleasantly surprised when they watch my video rather than disappointed. Okay, so in this case, first we're gonna start by defining constants. That feels fair. Constant, unsigned, long, CMD1, and then that's gonna be 64. How do you do the copy line? Because there was a command for copying line. Young, of course, young. I am confused about the young command. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Young. Young. But how? Because the YY don't appear to be working. Not an editor command. I beg to differ! Emil needs to look good for someone to buy it though. Ever since I started focusing on the 1,000 thumbnails, I've got expensive reviews. Yeah, entertainment, but I don't care about other people buying it. Like, if you care about the views, I don't know, have fun, I suppose. I don't really. Shit. And deleting, I know, but young copy of the cursor to the end of the line. Would that work maybe for you? That would be, if that worked. Is it just... No. It's running really slowly because it's chugging on the Raspberry Pi Zero. It's really struggling. Views increase doesn't equal charity donations increase. Not by much. I would need to increase my views pretty significantly for there to be a significant difference. The Iron Maiden mechanism inside the mask for funsies, so if somebody stole, they get the funds price. Happy, I have actually considered doing a self-destruct sequence, but then I realized how idiotic that would be, considering it could go off with me with it on my face. Unless I make a primer first, like a separate thing that's a physical, mechanical that's a maybe. That is a maybe. We're escaper. Will the mask light up? The mask will do a lot of things. Lighting up will be one of them. Alright, I'm struggling with the yank, so instead we're just gonna do it manually, I suppose. Constant, unsigned, long CMD. We could define, I'm an idiot. What are we doing? We're not in the 19 something, and defines, I'm pretty sure at the very beginning. CMD1 as 64. Define CMD2 as 192. Define CMD3 as 128. Define display on as 8. Okay, splendid. Let me tell you that, entertainment. Everything in life has a price. You clickbaitizing your videos does give you more views, that is true. But everything comes with a price, and in this case, the price may not be significant to you. I understand. But the price would be the fact that I will never make a video with you, if that's the sort of videos you make. And that's just reality. I really can't imagine myself included in a clickbait video. That's the reason why I stopped watching Veritasium years ago. Like, I haven't seen a single one of their videos for that precise reason. I cannot stomach the titles and thumbnails. It just pushes me away. Okay. So first we initialize the clock and the thing. Alright. Void main. Although we should do an int main in this case. Cause, not gonna lie, that output would be quite useful. Sweet. Let me just quickly write Q and then... It's wiring pi again. Oh, but we're gonna have to link wiring pi, won't we? Yeah. If you do consumer sense of own personality, that's why you should listen to Feed the Machine by Permanent Poison. Feed the Machine by Permanent Poison is a good song, Happy, I agree. Well, I do have to say, I would rather take being happy in life than doing clickbait. Focusing on titles and thumbnails doesn't necessarily mean clickbait, just choosing the brighter colors or pastel ones, for example. I was focused on content. It's a spectrum. In my case, I hate the idea of like focusing on it in any way. That's what I really dislike. Because it feels. You see, I remember the early days of YouTube. I don't mean to go all boomer on you and be like, back in my day, bah. No, but I do remember the early days of YouTube. And I can tell you that back then, obviously people knew about clickbait, right? Obviously that's like, it's not something you need to learn about, it's something you can figure out. However, back in those days, there wasn't much of an incentive for it. That's because people didn't really do YouTube for the money, because that wasn't really known for it. And I remember back in the day, it was basically like theater kids, and all of the content was so like honest. Yeah, it was mostly shite, but it was so honest. Damn it, I went all boomer back in my day. Wiring Pi. Wiring Pi, setup GPIO. What am I doing? Let me just screenshot this. Reference code. It's convenient to keep in back of my mind. And by that I mean on my other screen. Okay, so first what we need is, of course, we need the Wiring Pi library, which means we're gonna need to include it, link it, as a whole thing. Then we have Wiring Pi setup GPIO. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do two things. We're gonna have an LED. So we have 5 HBO, 18 and ground. Oh, how convenient. So then what we're gonna have is we're gonna have an LED that will tell us if our program is actually running or not, because you know it's useful to have. And for that we'll have digital write 18, I think it was, if my memory does me well. Why did I run pinode again? It is 18. Okay, it goes straight from 15 to 18. Neat. 18, and then high. Digital write 18 low. And then right here we're gonna do a delay 100 just for it turning off. Just to see main C link wiring Pi. Oh, that's worrying. Command not found. Oh, the command very much found. Don't. Oh, because it should be echo, shouldn't it? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay. It was a 0. Well, it makes sense. It was a 0. Return 0. The LED ain't flashing though. Ah, which makes the question: why? No, don't do that. Sudo. Boom. There we go. Okay, 10 might be much. Let's do 1. Shit. Is it because of the solder walk? Because not gonna lie, that's possible. Let's try 23 for a change. Simply because I don't trust myself with the solder walk. Shit! Is it the ground pin? Oh, looking at it, it absolutely might be. I'm just gonna pop on the solder real quick. You can see productive by watching Make It Be being productive. Yeah, you're welcome. There we go. It's natural selection, die or thrive. Ah, like a caveman. I like it. Great way to make enemies, it really is. Okay, now it's proper solder. Let's try it right away while the soldering iron is still hot, because, once again, I don't really trust it. Some weird wacky reason. Because it also might be the surrounding pins. It might be the surrounding pins. Okay, is it both the surrounding pins? It is both the surrounding pins. Shite. Yeah, wait, oh no, it wasn't plugged in correctly. This time it was plugged into the press pin again. Okay, well that's fun. Not worrying at all. Really bad sign of anything. Glad I didn't turn off the soldering iron of anything. Undertale told me not to listen to, and you should listen to a flower that says kill or be killed, be kind and hopeful. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh. Make it, if you could turn into any animal, what would you choose? I would either choose a jellyfish or a crow. I have thought of that before, Happy, and I do have to say, crow or a raven is a banger choice. Although I don't think I would be happy with anything. When it comes to the movie Wild Robot, I only felt like the robot was relatable to me, and that is it. Nothing else was. No animal in that movie was relatable to me except for the robot. Shit, why aren't you just functioning? Just function, that's all I'm asking. Is it really so much to ask? Just work. Come on, I believe in you. I believe in you, buddy. There we go. Well, that's bad. That's pretty shite. That's pretty shite indeed. Oh, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, ha ha ha. Well, that certainly could have been useful, you know? Now that I think about it. 1, 2, 3. Shit. Oh, still doesn't work. Well, that's curious then. I genuinely was expecting it to know. Oh wait, I didn't compile it again. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I'm glad I'm not sensitive if it's always this stuff. What do you mean? Done. It outputs. Splendid. Okay, so the entire reason why we went on this tangent, to be fair, I did resolder them more properly, so like we are moving forward, just slowly. Sudo. Right. Meg is going insane. I've already! Okay. Now, that's my Discord. That's not the right thing. Where is this screen? There it is. Okay, cool. So now we have a pin that will tell us if our program is still running or if it stopped. Convenient. Well, to be fair, we should. How does it matter? Okay, irrelevant. Now, right here, we're gonna redefine a couple of things. First of all, we're gonna do define on pin to be 18. Define CLK to be 15 and define output to be 14. Okay, splendid. Now what? Thank you for doing these live streams. I am glad you're enjoying them, Advancing Crows. Well, I hope you're enjoying them at least. Now what we can do is we can add the extra pins, which is pin mode, not pint, that will come later. CLK pin output. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Okay. Has you a dungeon machine here? No, I haven't. The viewer to like ratio last few streams is depressing. Well, I mean, come on. It's... Some people forget. I won't make a big fuss about it. As long as you like it, I'm fine with it. Okay, so then what we do is we initialize them. That makes sense. Write data command. So that writes. So that writes 0, sleeps for the delay. Delay is a 10. Okay. So let's do all of them. Let's void so start is gonna be digital write out pin 0. Okay, so that's gonna be the start one. Then the stop one will be lock to DO to a 0, then delay. Okay. Right, void set stop. If only I could yank this line, that would help. My goodness, that would help a lot. Delay, delay. If only I could do like YY2, oh sorry, 2YY. Not an edit command. No, I can't live like this. Vim, YYNet and edit command. Why? Happened. X commands though around startup, X command which can serve commands normal. Patch does not exist. Jeez. I mean, why dollar sign should be it, shouldn't it? If I do Y dollar. You paste nothing because you have nothing to paste. Because you didn't yank anything. This sucks. Because I know that the D works. Like if I do A and then do D, that works. But Y doesn't, huh? Holy shit, I cracked it. That was some serious neuron activation. Okay, I cracked it. It's just not as a command. Make a background noise sounds like a factory. I pray for the neighbors if they have a weak wall. No, I have some pretty strong walls, don't worry. Okay, so then we're gonna have a delay. Right. Delay, then 1 to clock, and then 1 to the output pin. Okay, I think. Fairly certain. Right, did I do it right? Appears so. Okay, cool. Then we have write byte. Can I do a write byte in wiring pi? Wiring pi. If only I... Yes, digital read, digital write, but is there a digital write byte or something? Documentation English, please, I beg you, give me something. Hmm? In mode, write, digital write. High or low? Okay, can you not do anything else? Just high or low? Can't you do like a byte, please? I beg. Digital read, shit. Not a good sign, is it? Ah, shit! Interrupt. I can do PWM, but I can't do writing a byte. Okay, I2C would be nice, but the problem with I2C is that it only works on the first 2 pins, which I don't even have soldered. It works on... where is it? There we go. It only works on these two, on this side. and I don't really have them soldered on, and I'm not gonna solder them on because that's gonna screw up all the connections. Might even crash the Pi. It needs a device pointer. Yeah. No, that's not gonna fly. This would be nice if I... Do I need to write my own? Just writing byte, reading, because I'm pretty certain writing a byte is equivalent to just every clock change you write the next digit, correct? I'm guessing. Channel speed int mode. Oh, you add the channel though. No, I don't have that either. Wiring Pi SPI setup mode. I might need to write my own libraries for all of these. Because I'm fairly certain that the right... Wait, is right byte... Right byte is here. Oh my goodness, it is. That should be actually fairly simple now I think about it. Because it is exactly spelled out over there. And then it's a byte, so I need char byte, right. Then what we do is we, for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than 8, I plus plus. And then what we do is we do the trivial thing, which is obviously IO clock 1, clock 0. Oh, I was wrong. See, that's why it's useful to double check. That is why it's useful to check. And then the delay. Right, so you do... Okay, why don't we just yank this one? Why do you copy two of them? You know what, just whatever. That worked, whatever. So 3 of them because clock 1, clock 0, right, okay. Clock 1, clock 0, and then right here what we're gonna have is we're gonna have, in fact, yeah, that's proper. So B, byte shifted, I times to the right, and then under the 1. Makes sense. I love all of this. This is great. Delay, 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 delay. Like this. Splendid. And then afterwards, after the loop, there is some more. So we do. I am so confused about which line is deleting. I'll be brutally honest with you. Because right now what we need is Y and then P. Why do you copy 2 lines? This is so confusing. Right, I'm just gonna type it in, whatever. Let me just say this, okay. Right here we're gonna have right, so taken 0, even though it should end at 0, shouldn't it end at 0? Whatever. Delay, and then clock back to 1. Okay. Splendid. That should be right back. I am so glad that they went all in. It's such a good article. My goodness. How to Electronics. You get a huge endorsement from me, How to Electronics, because this is phenomenal. Beautiful. Mamtazalem. Mwah. Mwah. You are amazing, and I love you. I love you for writing it yourself. Yeah, there we go. Because now what we can do is we can just do void segment write data like this, and that just runs the segment start, then it runs segment write byte with the CMD1 and then segment stop. That's write data command. Then what's this? Oh, it's odd. That doesn't make sense. Okay. I am so glad to try it and have it fail, by the way. And I totally expect it to be my fault, not the fault of the article. Article's phenomenal. Let me just make this bigger as well so you can see what I'm doing. There we go, and then what we do is right here, seg start, seg stop, seg write byte, and then that'll be CMD3 odd with display on, which I'm pretty soon might find. Good, okay, good. And that odd with what? That odd with brightness. Imagine the first bits are the brightness, so we are gonna do a 7 every single time. Yeah, that's the right byte, which we've also done. So we should have done all of them, I think. So to initialize, we initialize all of them. Then we do write data command. Write data. Okay. So we do this. Then we do segment write data command. Segment write display console. Can I compile it and have it work? Shit. Shit. Well, that's tricky, certainly. Why, may I ask? Is delay not a thing? Oh, because I'm an idiot. Right, on line 39. Because I'm an idiot. Okay. Not bad so far. It started, which is honestly more than I can ask for. Good. Okay. Now, what do you do? The brightness, brightness. If not, brightness of range. Okay, brightness equals 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's for changing brightness. Right, that makes sense. Then write, and we're gonna have. That's also important, yes. So seg write byte. After all that, we're gonna have void seg write, I guess. Is it? And then seg write. If not, 0, position 5, position out of range. Right, because we only have 4 of them. That makes sense. So write does take position. So the segment, which means int okay, so segments is a char array, and then segments, and then we have a char position. Okay, and then segment write data cmd, and then segment start. At the end, segment stop. Segment write dsp control like this, and then in between we'll have the actual writing. So we seg write bytes. Okay, makes sense. And then we OR the position with the second command. Oh, that's quite clever. So that tells us which one we're writing to. And then for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than 4, I plus plus, what we do is we do seg write bytes, and then segments I, and then after that, that's it, we stop and that's done. Encode digits. Oh, that also would be an important one, won't it? Okay, so this is finished for now. Splendid. I am gonna write it. Seem to be a nice person to make it. So I'm ask, what phase of the moon do you like most? Obviously noon. I like when it's shining. Okay. So encode digits. Oh, by the way, that's a char, I imagine. Right? Yeah, because it's under the value. Okay, yeah. So return and then digits. And with a XOF, so 16, right? Let's write that, and then we have encode string, which all it does is it just takes in a byte array of the string and then encodes it. Yeah, that makes sense. We can just run it manually later on, but you know what, it's nice to have. We could have done it in a bit of a more clever way, where we basically have like the size dependent thing. We could just have different sizes, but I'm fine with this as well. Segment, encode, string, and then char pointer. Just string, whatever. That's a good name. Oh, we're using char pointer as a string. Hi there, Quasar, how you doing? I'm having fun. I found an absolute banger of a absolute banger of article. Sorry, can't think really. Taking a break from the studies. Ooh, which part we're studying today? I'm always glad to serve as a distraction. So that's gonna take in the. We actually don't need to return it. You know, I just realized we can do the clever thing, and we can just do the clever thing that is absolutely awful. We don't, and we can just take in a char pointer. That thing that you can do in C. Then you have the degree. Oh, I see. Yeah, but like, specifically. Encode character. Yeah, we're not gonna encode the character. We're just gonna do numbers. Although having it say MKT would be no, it can't even say an M. Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah, we're getting the numbers. Okay. Also, our 7-segment display has 2 dots in the middle. I wonder if that's gonna fuck everything up. Okay. So we encode it by doing this, and then we do what? We do what? So we segment equals byte array length string. We don't care about that. We already have our trying pointer, which means instead what we do is for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than 4, I plus plus, and we just string I, that's our character, but then how do I edit it properly? Yeah, that is how I edit it properly, right? I think. Then that's equal to encode digits and string I. That's gonna edit the underlying. Yeah, because it's a pointer. The pointer doesn't change, right? Yeah. So we do this, and that should actually be enough. If not, then well, there's possible pointer failure. We don't care about that. Hex. Why? And number. Okay, so number just. Okay, simple as it could be. Hi there, I'm following the Holy Finger Bull. Welcome. Oh, that's curious. And then we have a show, which what it does is it encodes the string. Then it's oh my goodness. And then just write, but this right. Wait, so is that really it? That appears to be it. Okay, let's try running it then. What we're gonna do is we're gonna delay for 2 seconds. Oh wait, no, hold on. We're gonna delay for 2 seconds. But before we delay, we're gonna do char pointer number is equal to malloc 4 and then 3 the numbers. And then we need to go to the top because make it. Never mind, make it did include standard lib. Take it back. Splendid. Before we delay 200, however, what we do is we do encode string. Wait a second, something doesn't feel right. Encode string. No, this does make sense. Right. Oh, this is quite clever. Okay, so then what we do is we do encode string on the numbers. However, beforehand, we need to do numbers 0 is equal to 1. 2, 3, 4, believe it or not. Okay. To make it respect, make it more. I really do. I need to stop doubting myself because I am amazing, incredible, and always right. So then we encode the numbers, and then we're going to do seg. Oh wait, this should be seg as well. Right numbers, correct? Segments and position. Okay, no. So what we do instead is we do for I is equal to 0, I is smaller than 4, I plus plus, and that's because we need to do numbers I, and then I'm just gonna. Okay, that's a lot of problems. Char point about the argument is of type char. Right, because our loop is already included in there. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. Why is position included then? Hold on, what? Right. Position. You're taking position. Why do you write this with position? What? I take it back. I don't understand. How do you use the right? Where do you use the right? You just do encode string and then position is by default 0. Okay, so position I imagine is if you have multiple of them linked together, which I do not, which means position will be 0. Okay, yeah, line 90, that is to be expected. No, I'm sorry, I did encode instead of encode. That makes sense. It should be encode, not encode. Always remember to keep your digits encode. Okay. I am so ready for it to fail miserably. It did fail. Wait, what? Oh no, wait, that was just a little pink reflecting. I thought it was glowing. I'm not disappointed because I kinda knew this would happen. I'm just upset. Because now this is gonna be annoying. Right. Okay, so we encode string. Shit. We need to bring out the delay and then keep writing it. That might be it. What's popping? Not much. It's messed up. That's what it is. Yeah, if I turn it off now, the LED won't snap back. Right. Damn it. So right here we have. Or equals to. Okay. So we do need 5 of them. Leading 0 separated by a colon. Okay. That could be the problem actually. The problem is that we could have just 5 segments instead of 4 because the middle one is right. In which case, all we need to do to fix it would be go to the right function and then do it as a 5 and write I. How do I do it in a mathematically pleasing way? Well, we need 0, 1, blank, 2, 3, which means we need a map. Oh, damn it. Why am I trying so hard? I could do it with garbage code really easily, or whatever. We need a map that goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, goes to 0, 1, whatever this will be X, whatever, 2, 3. That's what we need. This won't matter because we can just check if 2 is equal to if it's equal to 2, and then we can just set it up as the second output. So for now, all we need is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's greater than 2, subtract 1. That's easy, okay. I think I remember this by now. Okay. So right here what we do is, we just do encode string, but the right is what we care about. There we go. So we do I, variable expression, yeah, but condition, okay. If it's true, then we do the middle one. Okay, got it. Which means that right here, we do I. If I is smaller than 2, we do I. Otherwise, we do I minus 1. Right. Just in case. And right here, if I is not equal to 2, then we do segments. Otherwise, we do 0x80. I think. I am thrilled to find out. Nothing. It's not doing anything. Okay, just as a quick sanity check. I'm just going to plug this in. Well, it certainly is writing. So, okay, so that's the clock speed. Not bad. Okay, that's the clock speed. And last one is the clock, right? Yeah, okay. And this is the things we're writing. Couldn't help but notice that they are flashing way faster than the clock, which is worrying me. Did I... 14, so 15 should be the clock. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, damn it. I knew this was gonna be a whole thing. At least the driver will print. That's good. It's something. Damn it! I knew this would become a thing. Right. Right. The clock is last, which means it goes to 15, and this is the pin 15. Is the power going through? The power is also going through. Well, shit then. Maybe it's not enough power. It should be enough power though. I am mildly upset. What happens if we just plug it into batteries? Should it, because there is also a possibility that it might not be getting enough power, and if it just gets power, then it should all light up by default. It's unlikely, but hey, I'm willing to try it. Okay, what if the problem genuinely is not enough power? In which case, we hopefully could solve it by doing some tech heresy. Like this. If this don't give you enough juice, I don't know what will. Because, I mean, even if the code is wrong, we should be getting some garbage output at least, right? Well, apparently fucking not. No, not again. come on. Nothing. Nothing. Not even low blink. I'm upset. All of that for nothing. But I can't really troubleshoot that properly, can I? How am I supposed to? What's the MSB for? Yeah, it's gonna be the 0x80, right? Shucks! Shucks, shucks, shucks. Display on, okay. Where do you display? On. In the display control, you OR it with a third command, and then the brightness. And in this case, the brightness should be defined at the top as between 0 and 7. We define as 7, which I did as well. That's because if we go to control, we have the display on with command 3, odd with a 7, which should be all perfect. Not. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, all those three things odd together, that should be just like 8, command 3, 100. Yeah, ain't that just. Oh no, wait, that's 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? Wait, no, that's 10 digits. 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? I think. Ah, I hate this. This sucks. Suck. Not this, the article's still great. Let me just try to remove the formatting. So we won't actually encode the string. Instead, we'll just do it this way. Oh, but then I need to plug this in again. Oh, damn it. Okay. So, what's the point? Why do I even bother? What's the point in life, honestly? I'm losing my mind. Okay. We do this, we malloc, we set the values, that's all proper. Then we say write numbers with a 0. Is it not? No, it has to be a 0. Position 0, yeah, because it's the 0 device, the first device. Right. Okay, when we run it, actually, does the position change? So, numbers, I don't know, for example, right segments, that's all you do, you just do right segments. Oh, no, oh, you OR it to on the column. Okay, progress, maybe? I don't know. It's a lot of point of failure. Let's change this line back into this. Let's try the power again, I suppose. Maybe it needs external power, yeah, I don't know. Does the external power work? The answer was yes. Yeah, the LED turning off for a second. Just cold. Shit. Actually, it's feeling a bit like hot. I crushed the. Okay, I didn't. For a second, I felt like I crashed the pipe because the power cable jumped while the ground was actually connected, which would be a pretty easy way to fry it. No, it's cold. Why are you not doing a thing? The thing that you should do. Like, make it should wear some type of glove so he doesn't get electrocuted. From this, I won't. I won't get electrocuted from this. Kill him. You suck. Shit. Yeah, so it should be just 4, and then the second one gets odd with the last bit, and that bit tells us if we want a column or not. Which means it should be 4, which means the code should be working. Should be being the keyword. Let me just... Something I probably should have done way before I started this. M1637. 637. And complex. 637. Right. Okay, so it is the other one. Great. That's a lot of characters. Take a small break if it's giving you a really hard time. The problem I'm having, Happy, is that I don't know what is the problem. And I am having a really hard time focusing on anything else. I have a very obsessive personality. Where's my... I did have like a microscope. Like a tiny microscope that we usually use for checking jewelry. And I had it somewhere. Oh, I have one right here. Specifically for like this sort of thing. Specifically for snaps like this. When I need to read off absolutely tiny letters. The microscope is not helping the slightest. It is way too big of a zoom. This episode checking upside down. I had another one which was really easy to handle, but I can't find it anywhere. That's great. I genuinely think this might be easier to connect. Simply because there's gotta be a library for this. But look how many pins it takes. That needs a multiplexer. I refuse to believe it doesn't. Which, to all things considered, I should also have, like, right here probably a multiplexer somewhere. PWM controller, voltage comparator, audio amplifier, oscillator. Not a single multiplexer, that's ridiculous. A transistor array. Audio processor, but not a multiplexer. What the fuck? I need to find some multiplexers and buy a couple. Okay, come on. The snacks are working. I'm not feeling peckish. I'm too upset. Where's that thing next to the motor? What, next to this motor? Which you've got to specify. Berlin, that is a very vague area. There's a lot going on. You need to be more specific. Okay, so it's this. Oh yeah, right. I was reading the letters. Oh, 27 empty. 27 empty. No results found. Okay, what if I just look at this? Maybe. Shit. Not quite what I was looking for. That's AM. Yeah, not quite. No, that's 0027 MT. But I got no results. Okay, fine. I'll see if I can. I don't care. Another thing beside the empty 400s. Once again, Balin, vague area. There is a lot of things around the beaker. Balin, I get which area you're talking about. It's the thing, like, you mean this, you mean this, you mean this, you mean this, you mean this. There is a lot of things here. I am so agitated. That's an audio amplifier. That's not what I'm looking for. Piss. That's what I'm doing. Heck it. I got the gig. No help, absolutely no help is the lot of you. I am not doing well with this. I just realized this is the DIO pin, which means digital input output, doesn't it? So it has like a mossy miso on both. Can I look up the AOCOK versus CGMD? Because that's what's kind of standard, is that? Oh, got the display right away. Splendid. Oh, was TM1? That is the chip. Yeah, cool, neat. The problem is the chip is going through the pin, so. Just include the library. TM167. Oh, actually, hold on. Wiring Pi. Do you have like anything for that? Just a general question I should have asked probably before going. I'm so tired. I haven't done much today, but I am already so tired. Devlib. Okay, it's what was it? It was TM. No. There is a liquid crystal display. There is a liquid crystal display library. We might genuinely do a liquid crystal. Liquid crystal might genuinely be easier. Because that's included in the library. Holy shit. Fine. On it. I have no problem soldering one of those because I think I have 3. So I don't mind losing one. And no, I don't have all that many ideas on when I'm gonna use them. So with soldering those I am A-okay. The large black thing next to the beaker, about the same size as the beaker. This. That is my set of various shapes and sizes of screwdrivers that I use. You can see one is missing. That's because you attach it to this thing and it works great. I really like it. No matter what I want to screw on, there's at least one that fits. Okay, this is soldered. That's great. We need 4 pins. It should be just able to snap off. I am incredible. And we're gonna... Actually, how we're gonna solder, that's a good question. Holding it up is probably a really dumb idea. And it might also be what I'm gonna do. As a really, really dumb idea. So let me just at least plop it onto the ground. Like this, and then okay. Let's try. I am amazing. All right. So we have ground VCC. So like this, basically. So it's supposed to be. Okay. We have ground, then VCC, then clock, then standard input. Okay. Let's do it. I spend a long time just to end up with nothing, but that's how it goes sometimes. It's a bit annoying because it's like backwards. The GND have to crisscross applesauce a bit. So the GND is this, and that goes to the 3rd pin. So. Ground. Next we have the power. And now it's time to crisscross applesauce, ideally with some longer cables. I think I'm in love with that thing, so it's pretty weird because I want to put it around my arm and close it. Oh, this? You would need a pretty small arm to fit in that hole. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you what arms to have. I'm listening to some kind of song and all of a sudden they said "make it" in the lyrics. Can't escape it. Okay, come on. Come on, plugin. I really hope it doesn't actually require. I should have checked what the library. Let me first, before we do this, check the library. How do you set it up? Set origin in X and Y. You just do setup. Okay, how do you set up the pins? You just run setup, and that's it. Is it hardwired to a certain pin? LCD. That has LCD, which is LCD data struct, which is this one, and that one has bits, rows, columns, and then that has a okay. Right? Is it an inner struct or a? But it doesn't matter. Okay, the point is we have the pin numbers. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's because then we're gonna have LCD H, the header. No, wait. Wait, do we have LCD or do we have the specific one? LCD in it. Rose colors in. Okay, not bad. I like it. Oh, D1 through D4. That works for a liquid crystal. Wait, this isn't liquid crystal, it just hit me. Shit. Doesn't matter. Because it should, would it make any difference to the codes? I don't think so. Strobe. You defined the strobe as 12 and 13? Well, fuck you. Damn it. Damn it. I don't know. I can't tell this to print 12 and 13. Oh, send data. Wait. This sends to chip. Digital. Oh, so you do have digital write byte. But you don't have that as a... I hate this so much. It's so terrible. Okay. I'm not having fun with this. I prefer the LCD because the LCD you can actually select which pins you'd like to use, which is nice. The lack of documentation is kind of killing me a bit. That's because if I'm not mistaken, the only documentation here is like on the very, very basic stuff. Yeah. Okay. Right. It's not too bad pin-wise. That's for Raspberry 5, but then it would work on Zero as well. A lot of connections, which I prefer not to. Okay, so you do wiring pi. Wiring pi dev? Oh, what's wiring pi dev? Hold on. Wait, what am I doing even? That's not even what I meant. Just get out. Right, wiring pi. Devlib. Wait, that's the thing, right? Isn't it? Is that just the same thing? Or was I in devlib already? That is already a devlib. What was the difference between dev and... Please give me documentation. I'm fine. LCD 128 by 64 git screen size. I feel like you can get the screen size without the function. This would be great if only I could set my own pins. I can compile it from... I guess I can just download it and just compile it myself. And change it up a bit to have the... Okay, right here there is LCD in it, in which you can select these. And I'm guessing... That is guessing... It just hit me. Can I not use the same exact thing as I had? The only difference being that this time we should get garbage output in the very beginning. Like if I connect this to 15, that should be the clock. Right. If I connect the clock, and then I connect... Is it the only one? Fine, whatever. That isn't the same pin as the clock. Shit. One pin to the right. Okay. Now we just push it in. And if we run the program, will we get garbage output? We don't get the garbage output. That's bad. That's actually bad. I was really kind of hoping for garbage output. Ah, shit. It's always something. I just found out the closest vet clinic is next to my stupid house. She keeps licking her leg and licking her paw. Oh no. That's terrible. Oh, you're an idiot. This is what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Oh shit, what are the pins even called? SCLSDA. Or this break, we're hoping it's a cut. Oh no, what happened? Did she just hurt herself or? Make it, did the Pi Zero adapters come yet? Which ones? No idea. Oh no. No, I really hope it's something minor then, nothing major. It's not dramatic type. I hope we'll be okay. Holy shit, STMSC, that's good. It's not bad. The mini HDMI, mini micro USB to USB. Yeah, they came a while back ago, but Which one of these would be? Device and documentation support? No. Detailed description? Okay, so I2C interface. Okay, so it is I2C. I2C standard. Raspberry Pi Zero I2C. Come on. I just want I2C, that's it. What next? Wiring Pi. Got it already. Yeah. Wait, GPIO? Okay. I'm sorry for not speaking up, by the way, much, but I am struggling. This is taking a lot of my brain power. Okay. So I2C can only work on certain ones, can't they? Oh wait, what? Interfacing options. Interfacing, I don't even, wait, no, interface options, I'm an idiot, there we go, this one. Right. SPI, select yes. I don't... I2C, there we go. Yes. Yes. It's enabled. Sweet. Mine didn't even need to reboot. So now if I do list dev, is there SPI there? I2C, I mean. Yes! There we have I2C! Yes! I don't know why I'm telling you though, you obviously aren't very good at pets. I am great with pets! For the short period of time I have them. For that time, I am great with pets. Hi the Gnavi. Okay, we have I2C. That's something. But I need specific pins, don't I? Which sucks. That's a Python program on Pi, yes. I2C tools, sudo apt install. Okay, so this. Why is this able to interactive mode so we can. The one indicates we're scanning a C device on C bus. Okay. So, right, I2C detect will. I2C detect. I'm developing such a massive headache right now. Like, this project is literally a headache. But okay. I2C detect Y1. This map indicates that there is a peripheral at address 060. What if there isn't one? Quick question. Also, hold on. What I missed a step, haven't I? I must have. 7-segment display. Yeah. Oh, 7-segment. How come I have that? I have that right here. How convenient. Right. Jump wires of your choice. Okay, great. This hardware looks like this. So we have a sample program. Wiring Pi SPI. Alright. Oh, C++, gross. Buffer wiring Pi SPI data. You just copy this, paste it in, test it out. For it. The only problem is that you define the channel, which, if I'm not mistaken, okay, here's basically the issue I'm having. If I'm not mistaken, only pins 2 and 3 can handle I2C. I don't know technically why, I'll be brutally honest with you. I don't know why only those 2 pins can handle I2C. Because, as far as I'm aware, yeah. Serial data, serial clock. I don't understand why. I'm not trying to be cheeky here and like ironically, oh, wasn't it? No, I genuinely don't know why. I don't know why a GPIO cannot handle I2C. Okay. So I'm guessing that the device 1 of I2C will be just the 2 pins right here, which sucks because how am I gonna connect that? It's not fun. And also later, it sucks also later down the line because when I connect that, what if I have more than one device that works in I2C? Raspberry Pi Pico pinout. The hope is that what I can do is I can connect the Pico to the I can connect the Pico to the 0 and then use the Pico as a multiplexer of sorts, because you can see that it has a shit ton of I2Cs. Every single one of those functions as an I2C. 0 pins. Is it because people don't use Raspberry Pi 0 for the pins quite as often, so it just like technically supports them, but it technically doesn't? You get what I mean? You don't get what I mean. What am I talking about? Okay. Serial. SDA, SCL. No, genuinely. Shit. That's the only SDA, SCL. Fuck. Just fuck. Because in order to do it, I would need to like plug them in somehow. And that's not gonna be an easy task. Especially since I would prefer to do it solderless, if I may. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hold. Damn it! Damn it! I'm really not having fun. So does it only work on one side? That sucks. That sucks. That sucks like crazy. Is it GPU to really? Wi-Fi Bluetooth Ethernet ports, USB ports, okay. Can I check this and see more? Yeah, alright, SPI. These are all the SPI pins. I to C. No, not a lot. Okay, more information. I would really like more information, please. Okay, what if I do IC detect 0? Another thing. Okay. 2? I already. Okay, it is 1 and 2. That doesn't make any sense either. Why do you start. You know what? Whatever. I don't care at this point. What if there are no addresses at all? What then? Oh, because those devices are already plugged into it. Yeah, mate, that's not happening here. Do I suppose I just try to plug it in. That's the only way. That was quite a warm cable, that worries me. Ground and VCC, like this. Then what we do is we try to plug them into the I2C, I think? Which would mean... Pinout. Data is the top one, the lower one is the clock. Which means right here, we hook this in. Into the data. And then the other one as a clock. Do I think it's gonna work? No. Will I try it anyway? Why not? I don't really see why not. Now if we do 1, still nothing. Well, I am shocked and surprised. I don't even know if there's a connection. Oh, let's be real here. I don't even know if there's a connection. The print is gonna be done before I'm done. Only an hour left. SMB use. Wait, what? It would be so convenient if I could turn a GPIO into an I2C. I'm gonna look it up. Can GPIO pins be used as I2C? Just look at Moon and expand the sense of scale to include the whole planet. Realize how fucking big everything is. Actually, yeah, I genuinely do that. That's not me just blindly agreeing. It really like shows the scale of everything, doesn't it? Okay, unplug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7th. So this one right here. There we go. That pin right there, that's where we have our 2 ESPs, the clock and the data. The clock I can connect. That's not difficult. All I need to do is just connect it. That's usually the only step in connecting in general. Let me bring out my comically long cable. Alright, so what is that? 2 GPA, 3 GPAO, ground, GPAO, ground, and then the I to C. Okay, 3 ground, 1 ground. 1, 2, 3 ground, ground. Okay, so this one. This right here. That is the clock. So we plug it in, the clock. Like this, comically long wire for the win. Then what we do is we get more comically long wires, I imagine. This time the second one, because we only need one more, a bit shorter. I don't want to use up all my comically long wires. And then we use the second one to plug in the other side. As the data. Do I think it's gonna work? No. Am I gonna try it? Obviously. Well, we get nothing yet. Do I need pseudo for this? No difference. Got it. Do you need external power supply? I can give you that if you want. Just work. That's my only requirement. Here, have some more juice. There, you are now connected to an external power supply. Yeah, I was hopeless as well. Oh, you only have 2 pins because you can connect more. I'm an idiot. Right. So it actually would be useful for us to solder something to the pins on the very... Feels risky. What if we solder it backwards? Like solder the pins up and then use them with the jumper. Well, we don't have the jumper. No, we do have some. We do have some jumper cables right here. We use them with jumper cables. Right. Not a completely terrible idea. We could just then unplug the entire Raspberry like this. Okay. Let's try it. I'm willing to try a lot at this point. We only need 2 pins. Because SPI... I got 3. Shut. Okay. There we go. Got 2. Spend it. I need to make sure that I'm soldering the correct ones though. Because I don't want to fuck it up. It is... Okay, it's this side. The side of the... I think at least. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna need to resolder again! Okay. Come on. Nothing better than soldering something on a device that's turned on. What's the worst that could happen? And then we're gonna, you know, cut to in 3 minutes when I ruined the entire fucking board. I'm fine. In case anyone's wondering, I'm doing great. I'm having so much fun. So it's that time of the night, isn't it, Stump, huh? Come on. Alright, that should be the first one, and then the second one. Alright, Daddy's done screwing around now. Come on. We don't need a bread roll for this. I just remembered. First, the upper one is the data, so brown one is the data. Actually, this should be the power. What am I doing? Red one should be power, brown one should be ground. We have the colors for it, might as well. There we go. Red one is power, brown one is ground. So we do it like this. There we have it. Let me just like hold it in place so that you can see it better. And then yellow will be the data, orange will be the clock. These are the colors we have. Okay. Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay. SPI display .c. Not make directory. Right. Sudo vim SPI display.c. Holy shit! This is groundbreaking. Not SPI, by the way. This is not SPI. What am I doing? I2C. Of course, you can connect multiple devices to I2C. Make it, you idiot! I'm sorry. I just got really excited. That is the reason, by the way. The question I had before: why can't you use GPIO pins to I2C? Of course you can, but you wouldn't be able to connect multiple devices because for that you need low speed. Fucking hell, I am. Okay. Go. For now, let me just try to. Oh wait, I won't compile because of course it won't compile. Okay. 3C, that's the device. I think that's the device ID. Is it? Fairly certain. And by fairly certain, I mean like, I wouldn't bet on it. Okay, let's try it. I already forgot what the number was. C3. Actually, let me just print FD I2C setup. I forgot once again. It's that point of the day. I'm just forgetting. It's 3C. What's happening? Why can't I insert anything? There we go. 0x3C. 3C. Okay, good. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a simple print. It's so weird coding with ping, I do have to say. Print test. Okay. And then GCC I to C link while I. It's consistent, which is good. That means it's probably not undefined behavior, which it would be otherwise. Okay. So that's for reading. What about writing? Oh, that's conclusion of the tutorial, is it? What about if I wanted to, I don't know, write to a device, hypothetically? Just to watch a madness suffering the repression to achieve a meaningless thing, but without option they give it meaning and eventually achieve it. I know. That's what I'm here for. I'm riding this train. Okay. 60. That's okay, so I got that right. That is what it is. Okay, good. 60, then well, it's whatever, fuck off. For that's a hopeful line. I tried using the fast write command but couldn't get it to work. Okay, let's try just write register. Why not? So this should run per second. Then whiling I to C write register 60. We can use the LCD display. Okay, fine. FD. I'm hoping for a garbage output, honestly. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for something to happen. I'm fully. Delay. Why is delay not a thing? What? Sorry. Oh yeah. Here we go. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna have so many pages. I'm reopening old pages and new pages because I can't be bothered to scroll back. Okay, devlib, right. Wait, examples. LCD. Right. Yes. Oh, we are gaming now. Ping pong. Could just copy it, can't I? Okay. Return, okay, struct TMT, I'm sorry, what? Is that the string? Okay, first of all, includes. Let's do include LCDH. Feels useful. Appears to be it. Time also, but we usually have delay, whatever, doesn't matter. Now, let's scroll down. Domain, and then do write, fprint, write, wiring pi setup. Okay, then LCD initiate, and we do rows, columns, and a bunch of numbers. Okay. I'm sorry, what is the LCD handle type there? That's an int. Okay, slick. It might be a bit incorrect the way I do it, but I'm at the point where I don't care. LCD init. Amount of rows, round of columns. Can I just do it as like a... Do I need to know from the device? Or can I just like... I can just look it up, I guess. Can't see the name of the fucking part. Oh wait, is this it? Just... I'm tempted to wing it. Great idea. 10, 10, 4, 11, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. No clue absolutely what those numbers are. I'm kind of balling at the moment. That's for 4 bits. Okay, so we're doing it 4 bits. I don't care. Oh, okay, so the 4, that's the amount of bits. Right, we're gonna do it in 8 bits then. Then we're gonna have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like this. No idea what the 11 and 10 is, but I have a pretty good idea about the rest. And then wait for enter, not really my something. LCD boost wiring pi. I'm gonna try this. I'm pretty certain LCD puts. Oh wait, no, that's from the LCD. I was gonna fill those puts. Okay, that makes sense. If rows is 4, then this, which we're not doing, we're going for an 8. Hello world. Wait, will this work? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that is not a thing, in fact. That is in fact not a thing. Don't worry, gonna take care of that. Okay, wiring pi, I'm assuming link wiring pi I to C. Okay. Well, that sucks because that was kind of my guess. What do you include? Wiring pi, that's it. Fuck. Fuck. Do you have like how to what to link? No, you don't. Okay, LCD. Okay, wiring Pi LCD. The cup doesn't matter. I'm gonna lose my mind. LCD HS. Oh, do I just? Is it just called LCD? No. Oh, I tried that first. Because if I don't link anything, then we're missing LCD position, LCD puts. Unless this is one of your own functions. 108th line. 107. That's the first time it appears. Let me guess. It comes from LCDH. Because where does LCDH get it? Was it LCD? Position. What? There we go. This. LCD position, which, let me guess, is in LCD, not H, LCDC. LCD position. Right here. Okay. So where does this compile to, if not to an LCD library? I am asking with thrill and excitement, because that is what I need to link. This file specifically. Where do you build? Where do you make? What's this? Build script. You. Right. Make. I use make. If it's gonna be difficult to read. LCD. I ain't even there. Okay, so I'm assuming that's gonna be in the make file. Right? Where's the make file? Where's the make file? You use make. How does the... That's why I don't like tools like make. It's so hard to figure out what's happening. Make install. And you make. Cable, max stick, etc. Okay, so is it like wiring Pi dev? Holy shit, it was wiring Pi dev. Okay, solid start. Now back to the example. LCD. Yes. So you do this. Oh, that is a curious way to use a for loop. Okay, so you do that, and then you wait for enter, which means then you just delay, right? Because wait for enter, that is yeah. Oh, I like it. I'm gonna copy it. In fact, that's how much I like it. It's not really. Oh shit. It's not really waiting for enters. Damn it! I'm fine. I'm fine. Can I just delay? Also, is it because I did 10 by 10? How much is rows and columns? Define true, define false. That is a banger. LCD handle, okay, and then you. There we go. Bits, rows, columns. Then you do rows as the argument. Okay, so that should be probably more than 10 by 10, right? Okay, let's do 20. Can I do 20 by 20? I don't have no clue what I'm doing. Also, it could be the fact that we need to loop through it a bunch of times. Well, no, only one would make sense. Let's try just delay by a second. Absolutely nothing. Well, I mean, if it worked on the first try, we wouldn't have any fun, would we? I'm having so much fun. It just hit me. Is there a 7-segmented display, maybe? What's LCD home? Because then my interest peaked. LCD home. I am tempted to do LCD home. Just to see. Also, the opposite of clear would be nice, where it just flashes everything white, just to make sure I'm not fucking up too much. I would really appreciate that. Okay, let's try it step by step. Talk with the strobe. E, pin to add to the device. According to the dog's data is latched on the falling edge. Okay, send a data or command byte to the. I just banged my knee so bad. Display. What's the problem currently? I wish I knew. I really do wish I knew. It's connected at least. That's something. Baby steps. It's connected. Oh, hold on. There's this. I'm an idiot. Oh, that's Python. Gross. I mean, fine. Just to see if it works. Address should be 3C if I remember correctly. I think. Was it? Oh, where's the command? Free C, okay. Free C, channel 1, right? Let's try it. Pip command not find. Oh, Python install a thing. How do you do it? Python install module. I don't remember. It was M, right? Okay. Python free module pip install SMBus. Oh, just. Install pip. I'm losing my mind. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm a-okay. There we go. Downloading. All our problems will eventually be solved if we keep going. Tenacity! It's what it's all about, you know? Sometimes it's just all about not giving up and failing and failing and failing and failing. And then fail again. Wait, address is different than a register. What's the difference? I'm sorry, did we change the wrong one? Input output error. Okay. Something. What is the register rate versus MCP? What is this? What are you? What are you? Oh, you are a microchip. Okay, I got that much. But what are you, actually, really, on the inside? Who are you on the inside? Who are you truly as a person? You're a chip. You're not a person. That's a lot of notes. Okay. I'm just blank-mindedly scrolling through the documentation, aren't I? We got the I2C to work in a way. We got the I2C to work. We just haven't got the application of it to work. Okay. Let's try this one. So bus ride, we're gonna leave that for, yeah, well, let's just take care of bus. And right here, instead of channel, we do device bus, which is 1. Then correct me if I'm wrong, that is more than 16, isn't it? Oh, it's sort of wave 16 times. I don't know, I'm an idiot. Okay, so we do that, then we do address. So that should be 0x30c, right? I have no idea what the other one is. I swear I want this just for the screen to work, that's it. Please. Just let me have one thing in life. That's a Raspberry, not even a Raspberry Pi, but I'll settle. I2C enabled liquid crystal display. Yeah. I would even settle for 7. You know what? Let's do a 7-segment display. Why not? I'm pretty certain those are functions on LTC. I'm settling, alright? I am willing to settle again. So this one takes in ground VCC, which means this one goes brown red. Ground VCC. Then what we do is we do DIO and clock, so like this. Okay, like this. All right. Now what we do is we do nothing. Ooh, that's a lot of. As so like every single segment is a separate device. That feels wrong. That feels so wrong. As if you're correct, the LCD display was a single device. Why are you just so many? No, that can't be right. That would be such a waste. I refuse to believe that's correct. And I play something correctly? No, clock is double than the AL. Unless it's a different standard, which it might be. It might be different standard. It might be SPI. Okay. So back to you we go. It's great. Which is the ASCL. This CC ground. Cha-cha-cha, salsa, rumba, tango, mambo. Yeah. I'm willing to at this point. Just to see if it works. Would be nice. How to initialize the LCD. Okay, so Python 3. Like this. Okay, well let's import SM bus. Okay, cool, neat. It's always something going twice. So that was SM bus. I just realized I don't need to go through this. I can just go through this. SM bus port right here. So we do port I to C bus. That's the default. Almost the vet. Oh. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed indeed. I hope nothing major happens. Yeah, there's no custom, right? No. LCD, that's it. Oh, you run like the whole class? And then, okay, anything is right, okay. We do this, it's a device address. So this runs, and then this mess fucks up. Okay. You plug in the address, and then that's the address. How do you know what address to deal with though? That's wrong already. What the fuck? What do you mean? Plug in. There we go, free C. Okay. Address has to be free C. We got free C, and this has to be a 1. At least I think. Goodness. Python, let's try it this time. Let's see if this helps. No, import the thing first. Import the driver from time, import all of it. My LCD is equal to I to C LCD driver LCD. That worked, okay. My LCD display string. Fuck. It didn't do jack shit. I feel like maybe we'll just start crying because of despair. More like yelling out in anger. That's maybe. A row and column. What do I do? Fuck 1 1. And there's nothing. I'm fine. Well, is it because this is not an LCD? I don't know what technically counts as an LCD, one doesn't. What is your name? If like you had to tell me. That's an OLED display. Right. Fuck. OLED Raspberry Pi 0. Piss off. Yes, tell me. That's a lot of tools. Go for it. Go crazy. Yeah, free C. Oh, we all same thing. Same. I'm not creating a virtual environment. I don't care. Library, run the following command. Okay. So, alright. So the reason why it wasn't working is because I was trying to connect an OLED as an LCD because I am really exhausted. Fuck. Okay. Don't get too excited, happy, because it still can go wrong. Can always still go wrong. That's Although, to be fair, we are so close to adding an OLED to our mask, because at this point, with I2C, yeah, I completely forgot about the fact that I2C handles multiple devices. That's so obvious now in retrospect. Such an idiot. So now we can connect the OLED. We could. What other devices could I connect to it? It's mostly all display ones, right? I have this. It's not. I still want to add this to the mask. It's not for this though. A battery circuit will need. That's what we'll need to make as well. It's gonna be annoying. Another 8-segmented display because I have so many of them for no reason. This one, I guess. That's an actual LCD. Okay. There we go. That's done. Now what we do is we do no module name pip. Of course, no module name pip. You know what? I don't. Let's just roll. Whatever. Okay, yeah, right, whatever. I'm past the point of caring so much. Let me try. CD Luma examples. CD examples. Python 3D box Py. It's easier to fix the errors once they appear like this. So get device. Get device does certainly sound like the Luma thing. Although first I am gonna copy these. I'm sorry, do I need to be in full screen for this? There we go. Oh, I see, it just divided lines like so, that makes sense. Go on install, see if I can. I'm gonna run out of space on the card soon. That's a lot of dependencies you've got there, son. You certainly need all of them. This sucks so much because we've done so much and so little at the same time. Okay, close enough. No module named Luma. Okay, so we still have the same problem. Cool. Can I just like this? Oh wait, what was the install method? Sudo apt install python 3 Luma. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? That's good. Hi there, eggs. What are you doing? I'm trying to get this little piece of shit to work. That's what I'm doing. I'm sorry for the swear. It's been a long stream. A very long stream for me. I would like to... I don't know, play some Oxygen not included, I suppose. I'm really tired. Behold! A box. This live stream has been such a waste of time. Such a waste of time. You see, a really big point I want to accent in my practical videos is the fact that when you're working on projects, like 90% of the time you're gonna spend just fixing problems which could be solved in mere minutes simply because you don't know how to solve them. If I had to make this cube right now from scratch again, well, not from scratch, you know, obviously still using libraries. If I am probably gonna end up in a scenario where I'll have to make it from scratch because I will need to learn I2C for the multiplex Pico setup. Doesn't matter. The point is, if I started with a clean Raspberry Pi, and if I started with a clean no connection setup, to get here I could do it at this point like what 10 minutes, 15. But that's because I know how to. But I didn't know how to. That's why this stream is 4 hours long almost. I'm fine, I'm alright, I'm doing great. Thanks, I'm just... Let me see. How do you look? Oh, that's lovely. That is splendid and lovely. We're gonna... And yeah, we're probably gonna attach this to the mask in some way. Just have like a little visual thing. This could be useful for some things. I don't know. I didn't think Raspberry Pi would taste so bitter. Oh, it does, it does. I am so exhausted. Right. Cube. Cool. Cool. One last thing. Using I2C with the wiring Pi, that would be really useful to know how to do. Really, really useful. And I'd assume that, oh, I2C isn't here. Right, why would it be? I2, thank you, Jesse. She's took me such a long time. That was a race against Jesse and I almost lost. My goodness. I2C, Raspberry Pi C, please, I beg thee, give me. How do you even? Because I can't even. I cannot even at this point. I2C detect, yeah. I2C test. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Use this sample code from my GitHub. I already have wiring Pi. What if I cannot see the code? Is it because... It is. Would you look at that? Sample code there. Okay. Okay. Well, that's another rabbit hole. I'm probably gonna check that rabbit hole out off stream, to be completely honest. Because I'm struggling at this point. So, that was fun. Well, okay, fun is, I don't know if fun is the word I use. That was something. That was certainly something. We didn't even get to the microphone, so that whatever. Next stream. I'm gonna go now because I am really exhausted. This took a lot out of me. And hopefully by the next stream I'll have more of the mask hardware-wise finish. And I don't know, maybe next stream you can try do the multiplexer idea. Although that is a pretty complicated project, so my hopes aren't too high. Anyway, that was quite something, certainly. I suppose see you next time. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye. Oh wait, no, before I go, what's the good news? Go on, Stump. It's just internal bruising. That is good? I mean, internal doesn't sound great, but you know what? If you say that's good news, I trust you. And I'm glad it's good news then. In that case, I am glad it's good news. Anyway, I'm sorry, Stump. I'm really exhausted, so I gotta go. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.